The story is set in Hollywood, the glamorous city where fame means everything, but so does keeping up appearances. In this world, celebrities live under constant scrutiny, and one wrong move can ruin a career. For Isabella Green, a famous actress, maintaining her perfect public image is crucial. She attends fancy events, walks red carpets, and gives interviews to the media. However, behind the scenes, she hides a secret that could destroy everything. Isabella Green is a 30-year-old Hollywood actress known for her talent and beauty. She grew up in a small, conservative town where her family expected her to follow traditional values. When she moved to Hollywood, Isabella worked hard to build a successful career and escape her past. Now, she's famous for starring in serious, award-winning movies, and her fans see her as the perfect, wholesome actress. However, Isabella's life is not as perfect as it seems. She is secretly in a romantic relationship with her manager, Samantha Hayes, but she hides this from the public. Isabella fears that if the world finds out, her career and public image will be ruined. Her brand depends on people seeing her as the girl next door, and any scandal could harm her success. Because of this, she lives a double life, one where she shines as a Hollywood star, and another where she hides her true self. Samantha Hayes, 34, is Isabella's manager and a powerful figure in the entertainment industry. She's known for being smart, tough, and excellent at shaping the careers of Hollywood's biggest stars. Samantha has worked with Isabella since the start of her career, guiding her to stardom and making sure she avoids any scandals. But Samantha is more than just Isabella's manager. She's also her secret lover. While she's deeply in love with Isabella, Samantha is frustrated by having to keep their relationship hidden. She wants to live openly, but knows that going public could hurt Isabella's career. Samantha is used to being in control of every situation, but hiding their romance makes her feel powerless. She's torn between protecting Isabella's career and wanting to be honest about their love. The secrecy is starting to take a toll on her, creating tension between the two women. For both Isabella and Samantha, the conflict between their public and private lives is a constant source of stress. Isabella, as an actress, is always in the spotlight, and every move she makes is analyzed by fans, critics, and the media. Her fans see her as the perfect role model, a woman with beauty, talent, and grace. But what they don't see is the toll it takes on her to maintain that image. Isabella's career is built on being relatable to a broad audience, many of whom still hold traditional views on relationships and sexuality. Although attitudes are slowly changing in Hollywood, the fear of backlash is ever present. Isabella's brand is tied to being a symbol of perfection, and coming out publicly could shatter that image. Samantha, on the other hand, has built her career on controlling other people's images. She knows how to handle public relations crises and has helped many of her clients recover from scandals. But this time, it's personal, and she finds herself trapped by the same fears that she often helps others overcome. The tension between her love for Isabella and her need to protect her from the industry's judgment causes her to feel conflicted and powerless. Both women know that living in secrecy is unsustainable, but they are too afraid of the potential fallout if the truth comes out. The weight of hiding their relationship starts to take a toll on their mental and emotional well-being. Their love, once passionate and strong, begins to be overshadowed by the fear of exposure, leading to cracks in their relationship. As Isabella Green's star continues to rise in Hollywood, so does the pressure to maintain her pristine public image. The buzz surrounding her latest film earns her accolades and attention, but it also comes with a heavy cost. Isabella's excitement about her newfound fame is quickly overshadowed by an overwhelming fear of being outed. Despite the changing cultural climate, she knows that her career, built on the foundation of a carefully curated public persona, could come crashing down if the truth about her affair with Samantha Hayes were to leak. In a misguided attempt to protect herself and her career, Isabella begins distancing herself from Samantha, her once constant confidant. This decision is not made lightly. Isabella genuinely loves Samantha, but is caught in a maelstrom of conflicting emotions. She finds herself spending more time with her handsome male co-star, Daniel Rourke, who is charming, charismatic, and eager to step into the spotlight alongside her. Their on-screen chemistry is undeniable, and the media eats it up. To Isabella, this relationship serves as both a shield against scrutiny and a way to placate her mounting anxiety. However, this new dynamic ignites a fire of resentment in Samantha. Isabella's decision to pursue a public relationship feels like a betrayal, an act of abandonment that she cannot tolerate. The jealousy that has been simmering beneath the surface erupts, and Samantha begins to question Isabella's loyalty. She confronts Isabella during a late-night call, her voice trembling with anger and hurt. "You think I don't see what's happening? You're throwing away everything we built for some cheap publicity stunt." Isabella, overwhelmed, tries to explain her choice, but the rift between them only widens. Samantha's frustration is palpable. She feels replaced and devalued. Their conversations become tense, filled with accusations and defensiveness, as Isabella's attempts to soothe Samantha only seem to make things worse. In the darkness of their shared secrets, the love that once bound them begins to fray. Samantha's feelings of betrayal spiral into a dangerous obsession. As the weeks pass, she becomes increasingly possessive, clinging to the hope that Isabella will choose her over the glitz of Hollywood. Samantha begins to track Isabella's movements, obsessively checking social media updates and gossip columns, each post about Daniel stoking her rage. One evening, Samantha corners Isabella in a hotel suite after a press event, her demeanor icy and fierce. "You need to end this charade with Daniel. If you don't, I'll tell everyone about us. I'll expose everything." The threat hangs heavy in the air, and Isabella's heart races. Samantha's eyes are wild, reflecting the turmoil within her. Caught between love and fear, Isabella feels a wave of guilt wash over her. She wants to reassure Samantha that their relationship is sacred, but the weight of the world presses down on her. "I can't just walk away from this. My career, it's all I've worked for," she pleads, her voice cracking. Samantha's expression hardens. "So you'd rather let me suffer than risk your precious fame? You've forgotten who really helped you get here." The manipulation is palpable, a power play designed to tighten Samantha's grip on Isabella. It's clear that Samantha will stop at nothing to retain control over their relationship, and Isabella feels suffocated by her possessiveness. As the days turn into weeks, Isabella becomes increasingly anxious. The weight of her secrets presses down on her, and she feels trapped between her escalating career and her feelings for Samantha. Despite her attempts to reassure Samantha, tensions rise. In the privacy of her thoughts, Isabella grapples with guilt. She knows she is hurting Samantha by keeping their relationship hidden and pursuing a public facade with Daniel. In a desperate attempt to keep the peace, Isabella suggests a temporary solution. "Let's keep things as they are for now. Just a little longer until the film releases. I can handle it." Her voice is filled with a mix of hope and dread, hoping this compromise will calm the storm brewing between them. But Samantha's face darkens. "A little longer? You mean until I'm just another forgotten secret?" The pain in Samantha's voice is sharp, and Isabella's heart aches for the woman she loves. She feels guilty for leading Samantha to believe their love is something to hide. The burden of their secret affair weighs heavily on Isabella, leaving her feeling cornered and alone. As Isabella navigates red carpets and high-profile events, the strain between her professional obligations and personal desires becomes unbearable. She smiles for the cameras, flashes the perfect smile, but inside, she feels like she is disintegrating. Isabella finds herself standing at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. Each moment spent with Daniel feels like a betrayal to Samantha, yet the threat of public scrutiny looms large, leaving her entangled in a web of guilt, love, and fear. With every passing day, the tension between Isabella and Samantha grows, foreshadowing the impending disaster. The fragile thread that holds their relationship together begins to unravel, setting the stage for a heartbreaking confrontation that will change everything. It was a stormy night in Los Angeles, the kind that mirrored the tempest brewing inside Samantha Hayes. Lightning flashed across the sky as she parked her car outside Isabella Green's luxurious Hollywood Hills home, her heart pounding with a mix of dread and determination. For weeks, the tension had been palpable between them, with Isabella's growing public persona creating an unbridgeable chasm in their once intimate relationship. Inside, Isabella stood in her living room, her nerves frayed as she prepared for another media event. She was set to attend the premiere of her latest film, a romantic drama that had garnered significant buzz. Yet, all Isabella could think about was the gnawing guilt of hiding her true feelings for Samantha while maintaining a carefully constructed facade for the press. When Samantha entered, the atmosphere shifted instantly. The door slammed shut behind her, echoing like a gunshot in the silence. "We need to talk," Samantha said, her voice low and shaky, eyes burning with an intensity that sent shivers down Isabella's spine. The two women faced each other, their previous love now overshadowed by a storm of anger and hurt. As the conversation began, Samantha's jealousy erupted. "You think you can just waltz into the limelight, pretending our relationship doesn't exist. You're choosing fame over us, Isabella." Her words were sharp, slicing through the air with the weight of betrayal. Isabella, taken aback by the accusation, tried to explain her situation. "Samantha, you know I have to do this. My career is at stake. I love you, but I can't risk everything we've built together." Samantha's expression twisted with heartbreak and anger. "Love? You call this love? You're throwing away everything for a role, a spotlight. You're abandoning me." The argument escalated, voices raised, emotions running high. Every accusation stung deeper than the last, revealing wounds that had long gone untreated. With every passing moment, the tension morphed into something more dangerous. Samantha paced back and forth, her frustration transforming into a desperate plea. "If you don't want this life with me, fine. But I swear, I'll make sure everyone knows about us. I'll ruin your precious image." The threat hung in the air, heavy and suffocating. Isabella, feeling cornered, shot back. "You think you can control me? You think I'm afraid of you? I won't be blackmailed into a relationship on your terms." Their voices echoed through the mansion, a cacophony of hurt, fear, and regret. In a moment of raw emotion, the argument spiraled out of control. The once cozy living room felt like a cage as Samantha grabbed a nearby vase, its delicate porcelain shimmering dangerously in her hands. "You don't understand what you're doing to me. I gave you everything." The rage erupted in Samantha as she hurled the vase against the wall, shattering it into countless pieces. Startled, Isabella stepped back, fear creeping into her eyes. "Samantha, please." Put it down. This isn't you, she pleaded, her voice trembling. In a volatile mixture of desperation and heartbreak, Samantha lunged at Isabella. The two women grappled, their emotions spilling over into violence. In the chaos, Samantha's hand inadvertently struck Isabella's face, sending her crashing to the ground. As Isabella fell, she hit her head hard against the edge of the coffee table, the sound echoing in the room. The moment seemed to stretch, time distorting as Samantha watched in horror, realizing the severity of the situation. Isabella lay still, her body limp, the vibrant energy that once radiated from her now extinguished. Samantha's heart raced, the weight of her actions crashing down on her. Panic surged through her, and in that instant of fear and despair, she dropped to her knees beside Isabella, cradling her head in her arms. "Isabella, please, wake up," she cried, shaking her gently. But Isabella remained unresponsive, the brutal reality of the situation setting in. Samantha's sobs turned into anguished wails as she grasped what had just happened, the accidental murder of the woman she loved, the culmination of jealousy, emotional instability, and the suffocating pressure of their hidden affair. The room, once filled with laughter and whispered secrets, now felt like a graveyard of shattered dreams. Lightning flashed outside, illuminating the chaos that had unfolded. A beautiful life turned tragic in a heartbeat. In the immediate moments following Isabella's death, Samantha is frozen in shock, grappling with the horror of her actions. As the adrenaline begins to fade, panic sets in. She realizes that her entire life, her career, reputation, and even her freedom could be at stake if the truth comes out. Driven by desperation, Samantha quickly starts to clean up the scene. She carefully wipes down surfaces, erasing fingerprints, and discards any items that might link her to the crime. Using her meticulous nature, she ensures that everything looks untouched, as if Isabella had been a victim of an intruder. To make the scene more convincing, Samantha takes a few personal items from Isabella's house, a broken vase, some jewelry, to make it appear as if a robbery occurred. She intentionally scatters these items around the living room, setting the stage for the police to believe that a stranger broke in with no ties to anyone close to Isabella. In her rush, she decides to use her industry connections to help solidify her cover story. Samantha places a call to a friend who works in law enforcement, subtly asking for insights on how to handle a high-profile case without raising suspicion. This insider knowledge allows her to craft a narrative that avoids drawing attention to herself. As the news breaks, media outlets are relentless. Headline after headline screams about the shocking death of Isabella Green, the beloved starlet known for her talent and charm. Tabloids dive deep into her life, speculating about her relationships, the pressures of fame, and the secrets that might have led to her tragic demise. Samantha, now in the public eye as the grieving manager, delivers carefully crafted statements to the press. She appears composed yet devastated, shedding a few strategically placed tears while reminiscing about Isabella's talent and their close bond. The world mourns alongside her, and the public embraces her as a tragic figure in the story. Behind closed doors, Samantha feels the weight of her deception. Every interview she gives is a constant reminder of the lies she's living. She wears a mask of grief, yet the guilt festers beneath the surface. Despite the accolades she receives for her loyalty to Isabella, every compliment feels like a dagger, further entangling her in a web of lies. The police, recognizing the high-profile nature of the case, conduct an extensive investigation. They interview friends, family, and co-workers, looking for anyone who might provide insight into Isabella's life leading up to her death. Samantha, anticipating their every move, ensures she maintains an airtight alibi, strategically placing herself far from Isabella's home during the time of the murder. Despite her meticulous planning, Cracks begin to appear in Samantha's carefully constructed facade. The police investigators are thorough, combing through Isabella's last known whereabouts and gathering evidence. As they analyze surveillance footage from nearby buildings, they find inconsistencies that raise eyebrows. Witnesses report seeing Samantha's car parked near his apartment around the time of the murder. Alarm bells go off for the detectives, prompting them to dig deeper into her alibi. They also examine cell phone records, revealing suspicious calls made from Samantha's phone to Isabella just hours before the murder, further linking her to the scene. Samantha's behavior begins to shift. Initially composed and calculating, she becomes increasingly erratic. She lashes out at friends and colleagues, struggling to maintain her facade of grief while battling overwhelming guilt. Late at night, she finds herself haunted by nightmares of Isabella, replaying their final moments together in her mind. The media, always hungry for more, picks up on Samantha's changing demeanor. Observant reporters note the cracks in her public persona, and whispers of suspicion begin to circulate. As rumors spread, Samantha finds herself isolated, her once strong connections in the industry starting to falter. As the investigation intensifies, Samantha's paranoia grows. She starts to see shadows in every corner, convinced that the police are watching her every move. The guilt gnaws at her, creating a cycle of anxiety and fear that drives her further into a corner. Despite her best efforts, the truth looms closer, ready to unravel everything she has worked to conceal. As the investigation into Isabella Green's murder unfolds, the pressure on Samantha Hayes intensifies. With detectives scrutinizing her every move, Samantha finds herself navigating a treacherous landscape of lies and deception. The media, relentless in their pursuit of the truth, circulates theories and speculations about the circumstances surrounding Isabella's death. While Samantha maintains her facade of the heartbroken manager, she feels the walls closing in. Just when Samantha believes she has successfully obscured her involvement, an old friend of Isabella's, Claire Reed, comes forward. Claire, a former actress who had stepped away from the limelight, had been a confidant of Isabella's during her rise to fame. Troubled by the news of Isabella's untimely demise and the media's relentless scrutiny of Samantha, Clara feels compelled to speak out. During a press conference, she reveals the truth about Isabella and Samantha's affair, emphasizing their deep emotional connection and the lengths they went to keep it hidden. Isabella was living a lie, Clara declares, her voice trembling with emotion. She loved Samantha, but Hollywood demanded her to play a different role. It was a beautiful love story turned tragic. The revelation sends shockwaves through the public and the entertainment industry, tarnishing Samantha's carefully cultivated image. The affair, once a secret held tightly behind closed doors, now becomes a sensational headline. The public begins to see Samantha not as a grieving manager, but as a woman who harbored jealousy and rage over Isabella's choices, especially the decision to maintain a relationship with a male co-star. With Clara's testimony as a catalyst, the police ramp up their investigation into Samantha. They sift through evidence meticulously, uncovering inconsistencies in her alibi from the night of the murder. Surveillance footage from a nearby convenience store places Samantha in the area at a crucial time, contradicting her claims of being elsewhere. During the trial, the prosecution paints a damning picture of Samantha's obsessive behavior. They reveal text messages and emails exchanged between the two women, highlighting Samantha's growing jealousy as Isabella's career skyrocketed. She wanted Isabella to be hers and hers alone, the prosecutor argues, presenting evidence of Samantha's attempts to manipulate and control Isabella's life, both professionally and personally. As the trial unfolds, Samantha sits in silence, her once confident demeanor crumbling under the weight of her own guilt. The jury hears from other witnesses who describe the toxic dynamic of their relationship, how Samantha's love turned into possessiveness, ultimately leading to Isabella's tragic end. When the verdict is read guilty of second-degree murder, Samantha's expression shifts from defiance to despair. She is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a stark reminder of the price of jealousy and obsession. As the dust settles from the sensational trial, the public mourns the loss of Isabella Green. She is remembered not only as a talented actress, but as a symbol of the struggles faced by many in the entertainment industry. Vigils and tributes pour in from fans, fellow actors, and LGBTQ plus activists, all honoring her life and the love she had for Samantha. Isabella's death sparks a broader conversation about the pressures of fame, particularly for those in the LGBTQ plus community. Media outlets publish think pieces exploring how Hollywood often forces individuals to conceal their true selves for the sake of their careers. Social media campaigns arise in Isabella's honor, urging young actors and actresses to embrace their identities, regardless of the potential backlash. In the end, Isabella's tragic story becomes a cautionary tale, highlighting the dangerous intersection of love, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of fame. While Samantha serves her sentence, the legacy of their affair, once shrouded in secrecy, becomes a powerful narrative about love lost, the price of fame, and the importance of living one's truth. Isabella Green is remembered not only as a victim, but as a beacon of hope for others to break free from the confines of societal expectations.